Disclaimer: this is a work of fiction created for entertainment purpose only, not affiliated with BTS or Big Hit Entertainment. Characters and storylines are fictional and for entertainment purpose only. If you are homophobic, then please just leave. Tiger's Bunny promote respect and kindness. The whole room fell silent. Her parents looked at her, surprised. Mr. Lee gave her a confused look, but she quickly realized her outburst had slipped out too loud, too emotionally. She plastered on a fake smile. Sana. I mean, wow, I didn't know Taehyung was married. Wow, now that's sudden. Taehyung stepped closer to Jungkook, protectively wrapping an arm around his waist. Taehyung, it wasn't sudden, he said firmly. We just hadn't announced it publicly. It's our family matter. Sana's smile tightened, but her eyes flickered with something sharp as he glanced at Jungkook, scanning him from head to toe. Her lips twitched like she was holding back something bitter. Mrs. Lee added with a cheerful laugh, trying to smoothen the tension. Congratulations, Taehyung. He is very cute. By the way, is it arranged marriage or our son fell in love with this cute bunny boy? Teasing Mrs. Kim. He's the sweetest. Mrs. Kim beamed, patting Jungkook's head gently. He takes such good care of all of us already. Actually, he's our friend's son. Then she told her everything. Sana didn't speak for a few seconds, her eyes now filled with dislike as she looked at the way Jungkook leaned slightly into Taehyung. Inside, he was foaming. The soft-faced village boy, that's the one who took Taehyung from me. But she smiled again and took a drink from the tray Jungkook was still holding with shaking fingers. Sana. Well, I guess congratulations to you both. Taehyung didn't miss the way her voice dripped with venom under her sweetness. Jungkook, on the other hand, looked up at Taehyung nervously, silently asking if he did something wrong. Taehyung leaned down slightly, whispering with a soft kiss near his ear. Taehyung, ignore her, bunny. You are the only one who matters to me. Jungkook blushed, lowering his eyes, but a small smile tugged at his lips. Sana watched them, eyes burning silently. She had just declared war, and her target was Jungkook. The dining table was grand with a warm spread of food lovingly prepared by Mrs. Kim and Jungkook. Everyone took their places, laughter and casual talks filling the air. Sana sat right across from Taehyung and Jungkook, pretending to twirl her spoon while throwing side glances at Jungkook, her smile overly sweet. Sana. Wow, this kimchi is amazing, she said, tilting her head. Auntie, did you make this? Jungkook, before she could answer, Jungkook softly said, Ah, I helped Mama with Sana. Oh, Sana cut him off, her smile sharp. No wonder it tastes different. Village style, I guess. Very rustic. Mrs. Kim brows twitched. Mrs. Kim, I think it's delicious. Jungkook has golden hands, she said with a proud smile, squeezing Jungkook's hand gently under the table. Mr. Kim added, and he learned everything so quickly. He's been adjusting wonderfully. Sana gave a delicate chuckle. Adjusting to this lifestyle must be hard, right, Jungkook? From cows to condos, I mean, the city is so fast paced. Hope you don't feel lost. Jungkook blinked, trying to force a smile, but already feeling the sting in his eyes. I'm trying my best. Sana leaned forward, resting her chin on her palm. You must miss your little muddy farm. Taehyung, how do you even communicate? Does he even understand half the things you say? Taehyung jaw clenched, but before he could speak, Mrs. Kim firmly said, Mrs. Kim, Sana, that's enough. Jungkook is our son now and he is doing beautifully. There is no need for that term. Sana, oh no, I didn't mean anything bad, Auntie, Sana said sweetly. Just making conversation, you know me, too honest sometimes. Mr. Kim set down his chopstick with a loud clink. That's not honesty, that's rudeness masked as charm. Sana just shrugged innocently and looked at Jungkook again, who was now visibly shaking, trying hard to blink back tears as he stared down at his half-eaten rice. His lips trembled, and one small tear finally dropped on the back of his hand. Taehyung sighed, and that was his breaking point. He stood up slowly, the chair scraping harshly against the floor Everyone went silent. He walked behind Jungkook, placing his hands gently on his shoulders before glaring at Sana. Do you enjoy putting others down to feel big? He asked, voice dangerously low. You walk into my home, insult my husband, and still think you are being clever. Sana froze, turned at the shift in his voice. Oppa, I think no. He snapped, holding up a hand. I have stayed silent too long, hoping you would respect my choices. But it seems your obsession with me had made you delusional. He walked back around, kneeling in front of Jungkook, who was silently crying, hiding his face. Taehyung gently cupped his cheeks, lifting his face. You did nothing wrong, baby, he whispered. You are perfect. I am so proud of you. He stood up again, eyes blazing. Don't ever talk to my husband again. Sana and for the sake of our parents' friendship, I didn't expose your clingy behavior in front of everyone. But guess what? Today I have to tell them. Sana's face burned with embarrassment and humiliation. Her hands clenched in her lap. No, Theo. Jungkook's small frame trembled under Theon's protective hold as the table fell into the uneasy silence. Sana blinked, taken aback by Theon's tone, but still held on her fake smile. Sana, Theonga, you are misunderstanding me. She tried again, but Theon cut her off sharply. Theon, no, I have been misunderstanding you all this time. Theon said, eyes blazing. I thought sparing your pride was the right thing to do, but not anymore. You just insulted the person I love in front of everyone. I won't let you hide behind your sugar-coated words anymore. Mrs. Kim lips parted in shock. Mr. and Mrs. Lee looked confused, their eyes starting between their daughter and Theon. Mrs. Lee, Theon, son, what are you saying? Mrs. Lee asked softly. Theon stood tall, his hand still resting on Jungkook's shoulder as he looked directly at Sana's parents. With all due respect, Uncle Andy, your daughter has been chasing after me for years. His voice was calm, but each word was sharp as a heavy blade. Even when I told her multiple times that I wasn't interested, she didn't stop. She would show up at my workplace uninvited, flood me with messages, try to touch me inappropriately at business events. I let it go because I didn't want to hurt our family bond. But enough is enough. Everyone stared at Sana stand, her face turned ghostly white. Theon. She came to this dinner pretending to be polite, but was cruel to my husband from the moment she sat down. My husband, whom I love more than anything in this world. Sana's mouth trembled. I was just joking, Theon. You mocked his background, questioned his intelligence, and insulted the food he made with love. Theon's voice shook now, not with anger but emotion. He looked down at Jungkook, whose eyes were still wet. Jungkook is the kindest soul I have ever met. He left everything, his parents, his world, just to be with me. And you think you can tear him down with your jealousy? Mrs. Kim stepped in, placing her hand over Jungkook's from the other side. I saw everything, Sana. You were not joking, and honestly, I am disappointed. I thought you were raised better. Sana looked at her parents desperately, but Mr. Lee's face had turned dark. Mr. Lee, is this true, Sana? He asked, his voice stunned. Sana stayed silent, tears brimming in her eyes, but not from guilt, only from shame. Mr. Lee sighed heavily, then bowed slightly to Mr. and Mrs. Kim. We had no idea. We sincerely apologize for our daughter's behavior. Mrs. Lee placed a hand over her mouth, clearly embarrassed. We will talk to her. We are very sorry, Theon. Finally sat down again, pulling Jungkook into his lap. Without a second thought, Jungkook gasped softly, embarrassed in front of the others, but Theon didn't care. He cupped Jungkook's cheeks and made him look into his eyes. You did nothing wrong, and I will never let anyone make you feel small again. You are mine, Jungkook, my heart, my soul, my everything. Jungkook's lips trembled as he whispered softly, Thank you, Taehyung, Taehyung. Smiled and kissed his forehead. Right there in front of everyone, always. As the Lee family excused themselves with stiff goodbyes, Mrs. Kim gently kissed Jungkook's back, whispering, "You are so brave, sweetheart. We are proud of you," Mr. Kim added. "You are part of this family. Don't ever forget that." Jungkook buried his face into Taehyung's chest again, but this time it wasn't from sadness. It was warmth, love, and the unshakable protection of the man who just proved to the world that he would fight anyone for his bunny. To be continued.